Missouri is providing an update on the coronavirus this afternoon. The state is reporting 981 new cases since Monday. We'll get an update from Kansas Wednesday. Here's a 7-day average of the positivity rate from the COVID tracking project. It's one of the best ways to see how the virus is spreading. Right now, 12.4% of tests are coming back positive in Missouri. Now, the jump may be due to a recent change in the state's reporting system. It's 11.5% in Missouri. The national average is at 7.4%.
The University of Kansas Health System is reporting its highest number of patients in the hospital so far. Right now, the hospital has 39 patients with COVID-19. That's up from 25 Friday. 11 are in the ICU and 8 are on ventilators. The patients range in age from 18 to 99. Doctors stress people need to wear a mask, wash their hands, and social distance.
You have the power. You have the ability to make this thing stop. But it's going to take more will, and it's going to take more following the pillars of infection control. It's hard, right? It is hard.
It's difficult.
But it's not complicated.
Last month, doctors said the health system has the bed space and PPE to handle 40 to 45 patients. Now, if an employee tests positive for COVID-19, what then needs to happen? There are no formal requirements, only some guidelines, and that's making it challenging for small businesses to navigate.
KMBC 9's Brian Johnson reports on the proactive measures some companies are taking so staff and customers feel safe.
For 2 years, Tribe Street Kitchen in the River Market has served up globally inspired food and drinks, but it all stopped last Tuesday.
Immediately when we found out they were positive, we shut the restaurant down, kind of just cold turkey.
An employee developed symptoms and tested positive on their weekend. They had not been at the store.
We wanted to make sure we had a staff comfortable, one, that they were negative and felt safe.
To be transparent, this is their post on Facebook. The company has 35 workers, 15 full-time. They estimate they lost $10,000 by proactively shutting down.
Yeah, I got 15 people here that rely on this place in order to live. And so I wanted to take care of them, make sure they could make their rent.
Tribe Street Kitchen isn't the only company impacted. Heirloom Bakery on 63rd Street closed last month for a week. The company took similar precautions when one employee tested positive, but many businesses aren't sure what to do.
It kind of really opened everybody's eyes to, for a while it was New York and California and Florida, and it's not us, and people didn't feel the fear, and then all of a sudden it's you that gets, your feet taken out from under you.
There are no hard requirements.
I absolutely wish that there was more of a formal process just for the sheer fact that everybody's on the same playing field.
The CDC has the best guidelines. Brian Johnson, KMBC 9 News.
If an employee tests positive, the CDC recommends anyone who is within 6 feet of that person for more than 15 minutes should get tested. Regardless of the results, the CDC recommends those contacts stay home for 14 days. If more people test positive, the CDC then recommends closing down to sanitize. Kansas is updating its quarantine list. The state health department is no longer recommending that people self-isolate after visiting a certain state. Instead, the department is asking anyone who attends a gathering of 500 or more, regardless of location, go into quarantine for 14 days. The policy also applies to cruises and international travel.
Loss of jobs during the pandemic is adding to the housing crisis in Kansas City. So far this year, a study shows a 50% jump in people at risk of losing their homes. The local nonprofit Renew KC Neighborhoods is tackling the problem and needs your help.
We'll note there's cracks in the foundation. There's clearly windows that need repair.
Will Block with Renew KC is showing me some of the repairs needed to make this house livable again. That's what the organization does, renew and restore houses for low income, the elderly, and veterans here in Kansas City.
You can clearly tell that this house needs some work, but the bones are here and the infrastructure's here to have a family live in this home.
The long-term goal of Renew KC is to revitalize entire neighborhoods, but it's narrowing its focus right now to individual homes in a time of crisis.
A lot of our neighbors are being forced to make decisions that are just unacceptable. Do I pay rent this month? Do I fix that HVAC, even, because it's hot outside right now, or do I do a roof repair, even though, it might not be something that I can afford, or do I put medicine or put food on the table or afford my medicine this month?
An anonymous donor is offering $200,000 in matching donations to help provide some immediate relief.
Leaky roofs, windows that might be broken, or seals that might be failing. You know, HVAC systems is a big one. It's the summer months. We don't want, you know, one of our elderly neighbors to struggle with the heat because they can't afford to fix their air conditioning units. You know, there's a family out there right now living somewhere on the streets in Kansas City that could live in this home. It just takes a little bit of work and a little bit of money from our community to do that and to get it to a condition that can support these families.
If you would like to help Renew KC or you know someone who needs help, I have more information on my KMBC Facebook page.